Hi, my name is John Matthews. I'm Associate Professor in Theatre at University of Plymouth, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about my research interests and the research that I'm doing now. My research interests are foundationally in the area of training for performance. So I'm really interested in the philosophy and ideology of training and generating a philosophical account of what performance training is. My research has moved through a few phases, so I thought I'd talk to you about a couple of publications and how they've marked junctures in my thinking and practice. So my first book was called Training for Performance. I like Ron Seal titles for things. It does what it says on the tin. So this was a metadisciplinary account of performance training. So this was looking at the training of actors, dancers, religious people, so monks, for example, business, sport, and trying to generate a philosophical account of the commonalities, the underlying structure of training practices. My research then took a turn towards the embodied. So my next book was called Anatomy of Performance Training, and that was taking the philosophical structure of that first book around training practices and looking at how those common metadisciplinary features are necessarily embodied, how we train because we are and have a body, and how being and having a body is a necessarily propositional aspect of training. Most recently, in my most recent publication, The Life of Training, I've connected these two philosophical works with a more ontological perspective on training, looking at training and time, and that has moved my research into a different area of philosophy and practice, and is very much about training and its relationship to thought and the tense concepts of past, present and future. So where that's really brought me up to now is via ethics, via training and ethics, putting all these things together to look at training in the future and what are the emergent challenges or problems or opportunities within training discourses and practices. So I'm particularly interested now in emergent technologies or social phenomena, and looking at how training practices and training ideologies might be reacting to those new future climates. So I'm particularly interested in supporting supervision in those areas, in and around training and disability, training and accessibility, training and technology, and training in new and future paradigms. So I hope that's given you a little bit of an idea about the research that I'm doing at the moment, and I look forward to hearing from you.